Hi everybody, welcome once again to another in the series of Speedway Gladiators, the program that looks at Speedway at the Robertson Prestige International Speedway, and we do it with the compliments of Video Hub. Well, tonight we're going to be looking at Superstock Teams racing from last weekend. Stu is the manager of the Pumas for tonight. We get his views on his team and how he thinks the night's going to go. We caught up with Phil, one of the paramedics with the St John ambulance. He's been doing it for many, many years. We talk about some of his memories. We also look at the draw that happened a couple of nights ago for the Stockcar Invasion draw. It's the Teams Invasion draw. We look at that coming up very, very shortly. And also we look at some of the highlights of last year's Stockcar Teams Invasion. Well, last weekend was a fantastic weekend. Superstock Teams racing. Boy, oh boy, did we have some great times. The final was absolutely unbelievable. Stand by, watch this for Teams racing.
And we've got greens, we're away.
James Clark gets the jump there, the 29G. He's got Jordan Deere right in behind in the 581. David Lowe is hauling out there in the 722. Jordan Deere still trying to get by James Clark. Brody James as well, the 87G in chase. And here we go, what's Jordan going to do? He's got Clark up the wall. That still opens the door for David Lowe. Catches Sam Hughes at pace. Gives the 77 a big punt. Burmester into the wall. Oh, he spun Clark up. Couldn't quite tip him over though. David Lowe gets spun up the race leader as Burmester puts James Clark into the wall. Here comes Brody James, the 87G, your new race leader. 87G, Brody James to the lead. Now David Lowe fires up. And there now, what can he do? Can he pick up the 87G? Oh, he's got to get through James Clark as well. Brody James gets held up, he's spun up. And David Lowe back to the lead once again. It's swinging every which way here. White flag, one to go for David Lowe. What a team's race this is turning out to be. And James Clark, has he got enough at the line? Lowe slows it up enough. And I think he's got enough. Yes, he does, because David Lowe's going to come, cruise to the line, take the win, and a Mustang's 1-2 here. And the green does drop, and Scott Williams gets the go-ahead. It's on the brakes for Loveridge. He's held the line for a wee bit. Jack Myers gets spun there. So Williams leads it. Brendan Tyre, good manoeuvre there on Gallup. And he'll go to work in a moment here if he can. I was going to say on Ashton, but Gallup had him spun and covered. Kyron O'Brien also goes through. Now Scott Williams, the race leader, gets by Brett Loveridge. Carries a lot of pace through as well. Brendan Tyre here trying to manoeuvre with Brett Loveridge to allow a couple of his Panther teammates through. Watch Jack Myers. Oh, look at the speed from Myers. Straight up the inside of Loveridge and Gallup. Trent James goes in on Scott Gallup. Gallup just looked down for a wee moment there. Took his eye off the ball. There's Brendan Tyre still in that block row. He's got Loveridge behind. He needs to pick up Ashton. Lets Ashton and O'Brien through. But Scott Williams managed to get by. One to go for Scott Williams. He's got a clear track except for Panthers teammates around him, and Scott Williams will pick up the win. The Panthers take the Hundy over the Hawkeyes. Got the green. Oh, look at that. Both front rows on the start. Riddick's lighting it up. Burmester's just slowly getting the push. And finally, David Lowe's gone. Ethan Levine decides I'm taking up the running role as well. David Lowe off and gone. He's going to give Parker the twack. Oh, he beats him with a bit of pace. Gets stuck on the outside, now to the inside. Pushes his way through. Riddick's in second over Rebecca Barr, the 34, Ethan Levine. And David Lowe, he's put himself in the wall there with Tim Parker. Zane Riddick goes to the lead. Rebecca Barr in second. Ethan Levine in third. Daniel Burmester's taken up a bit of a running role here. There's David Lowe. He's got Riddick. We almost had him lined up to the wall. He puts him to the wall. Well, one up the wall. That's over as well. If David Lowe can get through, Tim Parker's on his lid. Tim Parker tips over on the start-finish line. Levine with pace on Deer. Can he get by him though? Rebecca Barr and Daniel Burmester now trying to get by Kay McDonald. What? David Lowe in the wrong place, just picks it up in time to let Burmester through. Ethan Levine can't quite get by Jordan there, and here comes Burmester up the inside to take the lead. And Rebecca, she pushes Levine through. Zane Dykstra and David Lowe still going at it down the start finish. Oh, sorry, I was saying Riddick, but it's going to be Burmester to take the win. Get the green. And straight away, Mike McCarthy, Brody James tussle out. So Tyler James had a go at Scott Williams. And Brody James is into the lead. Sean Gooch. His first season in Superstocks, and he's already put his hands up for teams racing. Now once Jack Myers got one picked up, there's one, a huge shot there on the race leader. Brody James in the wall, and we've got a wheel off as well. On the pole line. McCarthy gives him a big shunt. Oh, McCarthy's going to fire Gooch in. Williams with too much pace. Catches up to the 87G. Brody James, who's gone into a block roll. Scott Williams gets pushed to the infield. Scott Williams, William Humphreys running 1-2 on the lead lap, and Tyler James in third. The 89G's in third, also on the lead lap. William Humphreys has picked up Travis to Sean Gooch, and he's just nailed into the side of one of the other Gisborne cars. Scott Williams with pace around the outside of the Gisborne car. He attacks him. Oh, he spins him up. The 89G though, Tyler James is going to come and get the white flag. One to run. William Humphreys is still in second on that lead lap. Tyler James, I think, is going to do enough. Who's lying in wait? Anyone going to have a swing at him? No one's going to have a swing, and Tyler James takes the win. We have the green. Burmester's on the brakes. James gets away. Deer gets half spun there. And Jack Myers is going to control this one here for a bit, because Rebecca Barr can't get by, neither can Jordan Deere. Now someone makes a move. Jacko's got two Mustangs held up. Oh, Rebecca Barr puts Jordan Deere in the wall. Burmester comes through. Jacko's still technically second in the race.
Needs to go, I think.
Well, they can't get by Jack Myers or Brendan Tye. Now someone has. Trent James has gone through to get another lap. Humphreys has Bex to the wall. Now Deere comes up on Brendan Tye. No one's worried about, oh, he beats him with big pace around the outside of Tye, and Burmester as well. Jack Myers, a big shot on David Lowe. Lowe gets off. Myers covers, and Trent James goes through. Trent James is going to go up another lap. He does. Trent James goes and laps Jordan Deere. Now he's got Burmester around and spins him up. Burmester battling away with William Humphreys. Can't fire it in time to get to Trent James. David Lowe pushed to the infield. White flag, one to go. Oh, Jordan Deere, has he picked him? Jordan Deere, oh, Trent James just drives over Jordan Deere. White flag, one to go for Trent James and the Panthers. This is no friendly teams race tonight.
No, this is what it should have been. It was always going to be, I think.
Humphreys in second, the Panthers running 1-2, but it's Trent James at the line, and he gets it. Trent James picks up the win, spins it up in front of Burmester for good measure.
Brilliant weekend last weekend at the Robertson Prestige International Speedway. Superstock teams racing. We had 5 teams, and boy, oh boy, was it a drama all night, including a fantastic final between the Panthers and the Mustangs. The Panthers coming out just a little bit ahead. Stu, great night's racing. If this is an indication of what we're going to see in February, we're off to a good start.
Yeah, that was some cool Superstock teams racing, and yeah, they apparently, I didn't know this, apparently there was some sort of like agreement about taking it easy, but they didn't take it easy. They were going right into it, and yeah, it was cool to see both Palmy teams come out at the pointy end.
Well, tonight it's the team's invasion. 8 teams, all fighting for supremacy. You're managing, of course, the Pumas. Who's on the team?
Yeah, so pretty much unchanged lineup from last year. 1NZ Kyle Rowe, obviously the first name down on the sheet. We've got the 135 of Jaden Hall, the 172 of Daniel Burmester back in the mix. He set out teams champs last year for us in Rotorua to focus on the Superstock. Right here, Robertson, he's once again fronting up. Hamish McLeod is an absolute veteran of the Pumas team, and Brendan Ty, who's I like to think of him as our hype man, and he's just good for those young fellas in the team.
Who have you got on the outside? Because it's always important. While you've got your core strength, it's always important to have your bloods coming behind you.
Yeah, it is. And last year we had quite a wide Pumas squad. We haven't gone for that approach this year. We've actually formed a more of a development team. I kind of don't like the word development, even though they are. But we've called it the Palmerston North Colts. In that that Palmerston North Colts team, we've got Wayne Verco, Graham Munn. They've done a few teams races in their time, especially Graham Munn in the tank. We've got Josh Mulcahy come back to Palmerston North. He was great for Gisborne last year, but he's obviously, this is his home, is here in Palmy. We've got Curtis Tanetti. Liam Metcalf's put his hand up, and he's, I've sort of been tapping him on the shoulder. It's a little bit of a joke, but at the same time serious. And this year he's decided, no, this is going to be the year I'm going to put my hand up. And Bo McLeod, who had a run for Kiki at Teams Champs last year alongside Graham Munn.
Your role this week has been what?
I'm managing the Pumas. Ian Parfit's, I've managed to rope him back into a bit of managerial role. He's looking after the Colts. And then Gary Davis is a bit of a mentor across both teams. Gavin Tunifar as well. We've brought him on board this year as a bit of a mentor as well, just for those young guys. But this week for me, I've been at the track. We're stripping bodies back for the Colts team. Our Pumas kit's ready to go.
All right, look at the other teams. Up to 8 teams.
Yes.
Who are ones you're going to have to keep an eye on?
Oh, hey, look,
all of them probably.
Every team, and I know that always gets said every year. Wanganui, they've won this event 3 times in a row now, I'm pretty sure, Wanganui. And obviously they finished second at the New Zealand title last year, or last season up in Auckland. That's going to be, I'd say, a yet another strong team. I haven't seen their teams as of filming, but I'd say Wanganui is going to be a strong team. Obviously then the Rotorua Rascals are coming down. The first time they've been down in quite some time. And, they're the New Zealand champions. They had a good run against Huntly a few weeks back and took a couple of wins against them. We had, who else have we got? We've got, Waikato coming down. As I say, they're always there or thereabouts. They I think, won their team's invasion they had
that's right.
up in Huntly a few weeks back as well. And Gisborne are coming over. They've got some dark horses in their team that we see quite regularly here in Palmy, from what I believe. Stratford have picked up a couple of our Palmy drivers to race for them, so the Stratford Stormers, and even then they've got Hayden Barker back in the team alongside Tyler Walker, who...
Tyler Walker's well used to this track.
Yeah, they've won team champs before together, so that's a good lineup. And then obviously the 2 Palmy teams, I think that's Auckland are coming down. And, they've been always at the pointy end of the team. I think they're on a bit of a rebuild possibly from last season, but 8 teams, so we really want to win this one and just build some good momentum going forward. We had a great season last year despite we had a lot of losses leading into team champs. Team champs was great, even though we had a 5th, we only lost 1 race all weekend, and it just was the nature of the format. And then individually we had a great season on track, so we're just building off that. And as I say, we're just having fun with it. And I think Peter E said to me, if you're not having fun,
you might as well not be there.
The results don't come either. So
that's right.
It's the big emphasis is just have some fun and enjoy it. We'll have a couple of sausages on the barbecue and, chili bin full of waters and all that.
Well, mate, we wish you all the best. It's been a big week leading up to this.
Yep.
The boys are all set, ready to go. And a little bit later tonight, we'll see exactly how well the Pumas have done and whether there's a chance to be on the podium.
Yeah, hopefully, mate. Hopefully we can get in the club rooms and celebrate.
Well, before the pit gate opens, there's certain things that have got to be put in place for every Speedway meeting. I'm talking, of course, the emergency services, the things that we have to have, we hope we don't need, but we can't do a thing. We can't race, can't do anything without them. That's the fireys, and the Ambos, as we call them. Well, paramedic Phil Buddington has been one of those for Phil. How long now?
49 years.
How did it all start for you?
I started off as a youth member with St John as an 8-year-old. Mum and Dad moved around the country quite a bit for promotions with Telecom in those days. And every place we went to had a St John division.
So when did the Speedway aspect start?
I got back into Speedway back in Palmy here in 1973. Shifted back to Palmy then, secondary school, got involved, said, right, that's what I want to do, and started coming over here to Speedway.
So from your first meeting right through until the current meetings, I mean, you were even here last weekend, so I mean, you're pretty current. You've got a pretty good team around you. And do you kind of direct the team? Are you on the infield? Are you outside with the Ambo? Where are you?
I prefer to be on the infield where I can actually deal with things straight away.
Yep.
Some of the other paramedics would rather wait by the truck and deal with them as they come out.
When the car rolls onto the infield, what's your first move?
Just to check driver safety. You know, get him to acknowledge that you're there. Give him a thumbs up when you're in close. Get him rolled back over. Reassess him again. To get someone out of a Superstock is a big job. It's in the shed. It's involving the local fireys. Get them over the cutting gear if they can't get them out. If they don't want to get out by themselves, you've got to take them out.
Well, looking at over the years, some of the main things, there's been a lot of fractures, a lot of broken this, broken that, broken arms.
Arms, legs, lower back pain, fractured spines. Yeah, concussions.
Yeah, concussions.
I just class them as modern day gladiators. You know?
So, for example, concussion, it is something that we take very, very seriously. Yeah. Now, what is it? How is it caused? And how do you treat it?
Right, concussion is effectively a brain shake, a coup contra coup injury, which means the front of the brain gets hit and then the back of the brain gets hit, or side to side. So you then end up with a bruising or a wee bleed, depending on how bad it is. And that's what causes the unconsciousness, the swelling, the repetitive questioning, the vomiting, blurred vision, all of those sort of symptoms.
So what's the first thing you do when you identify concussion? What's the procedure?
We look to see how severe it is. Can they be transported by their family in their own car if it's not too severe? Or do they need to go to hospital via ambulance?
So if they do need to go to hospital via ambulance, what makes you come to that decision?
Just experience, really. Like I say, when the repetitive questioning starts happening, you know, we ask a question like, where are you racing tonight? And they say Napier, and we're in Palmerston North. It's a big red flag to me. Or the driver turns around to me and says, what happened? Where'd they go off? Where'd they crash? Who hit me?
Yep.
And you give him the answers, and 3 minutes later he asks you exactly the same question.
I remember a few years ago a certain driver had one of the best POTS fractures I've ever seen. And it was the Teams Champs too. It was the first night of the Teams Champs. You probably remember that. Getting somebody out of a car with a fracture like that has got to be difficult.
Plenty of pain relief.
Yeah. You don't want to move it very often.
No, they don't want to move. And we can semi-splint them in place, although you've got to get them to do some of the work to get out of the car.
Yeah.
Lots of IV pain relief or inhaled pain relief. Ask them if they want to get themselves out with assistance. Offer the chance to have the roof taken off the car. They generally hop out.
We've got 12-year-olds racing now, which didn't happen a few years ago. Sometimes they roll. A lot of the cases it's just fright. They get a bit upset because it's a bit of a shock. It's something different. But I suppose after a couple of minutes checking them out, they're fine.
Check them out.
They're just frightened.
The crying stops.
Yes.
They settle down. They realise they're not actually hurt. They've just had a big fright.
Yep.
And a lot of reassurance goes a long way in a case like that.
Well, Phil Budding, he's been paramedic for a long time. He's been with St John for a long, long time as well. We appreciate the work they do. We can't race without them, the Ambos and the Fireys. And every time we see the Ambo going through the pit gates and onto the field, we always hope that things aren't going to be too bad. But we do know we're in very, very good hands. A couple of nights ago, Bruce Robertson sat down with us and we did the draw for the Stockcar's Teams Invasion. Here's how it went. We had a fantastic weekend of teams racing last weekend. This time it's the turn of the stock cars. Well, the promoter Bruce Robertson's here. Bruce, teams racing, I mean, we always talk about the track as being the teams racing capital of the world. Well, within 48 hours, it really is the stock cars that had their turn.
We had a spectacular show last Saturday night when the Superstocks, 5 teams, battled it out, and at the end of it, there were the 2 Palmerston teams, and what a show that was as well.
Well, let's look at the draw. Let's go for the first one out of the box, Bruce. put your hand in there, let us know, and the second one out will be who they are against.
Got there. The Rotorua Rascals is number 1 out of the box.
Rotorua Rascals, and they will be against
Gisborne Gladiators.
the Gisborne Gladiators. And right, so let's go for team 3.
Palmerston North Colts.
Palmerston North Colts, and they will be up against in the first round
See what this one looks like. Stratford Stormers.
Stratford Stormers. Okay. Team 5,
What do we got here? Wanganui Vulcans.
the Wanganui Vulcans, and they will meet
Auckland Alley Cats.
the Auckland Alley Cats.
And
Team 7,
7, we've got Waikato Raiders.
the Waikato Raiders versus, I guess, the Palmerston North
Palmerston
Pumas.
North Panthers. Pumas, sorry.
Pumas this time, yes. Well, there we are. A quick look at it. Rotorua Rascals will be meeting the Gisborne Gladiators. Then the Palmerston North Colts will meet the Stratford Stormers. Wanganui Vulcans will be meeting the Auckland Alley Cats. And the Waikato Raiders meet the Palmerston North Pumas. Well, that's a pretty exciting matchup, Bruce.
There is, yes. I see the Pumas have ended up with the Raiders, which have got a pretty mean reputation, those boys from up Waikato there, and it's great to have them down here, to be honest.
So the Palmerston North Colts are a little bit of a development team up against Stratford Stormers. They're no easy beats either.
I know, but there's a couple of mates against mates there, because
know.
there's a couple of the Palmy guys, Lucas Hay and is it Kyle Lamp, I think?
Yeah, so that's going to be interesting
Yeah,
to
Taylor Lamp. I was just going to have a look at who's the second time round. You've got Rotorua Rascals up against the Palmerston North Colts. Then Team 2, which is the Gisborne Gladiators, will go against Stratford Stormers. Next time round is event 12 is Team 5, which is the Wanganui Vulcans, will be up against the Waikato Raiders. That'll be a tough one too, won't it? The last 2 to run will be the Auckland Alley Cats against the Palmerston North Pumas, so that'll be a super tough one as well. But we'll run off the 4th highest against the 3rd highest for 3rd and 4th, and then the 1st and 2nd highest points will be running for 1st and 2nd place. So look forward to an awesome show. Get your tickets if you want to get tickets from Ticketek, or otherwise turn up at the gates, and look forward to a great show.
Let's go back and have a look at what happened for last year's Stockcar Teams Invasion. Tony Norman out in front, a couple of the Gladiators are right in behind him. Moved him on to the infield as well. That's Adam Maybe. 6 laps gone. 94 first into the corner. That is Sam Wright for the Auckland team. Then we go back to 32 Todd Duffy. Trying to get through. 8.59 had a bit of a swipe, but 32 still managed to get through. 32 Todd Duffy. Whoa! 94 up the wall. What was going to happen? That's the 94 car of Sam Wright. Oh, big crunch on the southern between 3 and 4. Is 34 going to have a go back? No, he's not.
Oh,
whoa,
another one.
Right up the top, 89. Over. And the 135 and the 134 first in. Jaden Hall and Rebecca Bars. Ratia Robertson is determined he isn't going to get past. Unfortunately, he's got one that actually tried to stick through on the inside. Ratia Robertson holding them up though, still holding them up. Oh, that was the big punt.
Oh, another one.
Roll, big roll on his lid. The Vulcan straight into the corner. That 99 car is straight into the corner of Cody Lockett. 13.26. 13 is the car of... Got the Reds one over. We're racing on the green light straight into the corner. First in was the 12W car of Jaden Billmore. 21 right in behind him as well. That's Tim Parker. Oh, last lap for the 12W. He's going to give him a serve. Is he going to get past him?
He might do. He keeps going, but there's a Mauler car trying to stop him. He's got away. Gee, that car had some power to get away quickly. That's the 12W. He's just throwing it into the corners. Picked it up. And first into the corner. The 32 car of Tom Duffy. Steelers, Stratford. Steelers, Stratford.
One over.
Big roll on the start-finish line. Gladiators in Auckland. Turn one around straight away. 98G is away. 71G is also away. 164, he's decided to slow things right down. That's Will Carr blocking for Gisborne. Starters on the flag. We're away. We're on greens. Already the first two have moved straight onto the grass. Then we've got 99. He's in behind him as well. Then we go back to Kylie Road chasing them. Jaden Hall and the 135 chasing them as well. Daniel Burmester is stopped on the pole line. He realises he's on the 135. Seems to me that the best option would be to get a couple of block cars running now.
The car coming up from Palmerston.
Palmerston, the 172, trying to stop Mooney. Is he going to stop him? Mooney's turned him around. Not this time, Sunshine. Okay. Now, they know the car they're going to have to stop. But first into the corner is the Wellington 12W of Hayden Billmore, or Jaden Billmore, I should say. He ended up on the grass though. He won the last race. 21 having a bit of a shot at the 992 car of Taylor Lamb. 772 is the lead car, whoever the driver is in that. Oh, got him up the wall, but unfortunately 21's come back down the wall. It was a good thing. Tim Parker went up and he came down again. He's going to be first into the corner. Well, no doubt at all the Waikato boys are pushing. You've got the Maulers pushing as well, but it looks like the Waikato, another one into the wall, but not up the wall. 65 is Cam Taylor, we think, in that car. He's trying to get past. He's also trying to do a little bit of blocking and holding up himself. Anderson and Gibson Tout in third place, and James Marshall 16H. Up we go, they cross the line. We've got some dithering on turn 4. Well, we've got the greens. This is the runoff. 617.
Yep.
Out in front. 179's got through. 135.
Oh, they hooked him up.
Whoa! Got him big time. 135 got him big time. The third and fourth. Gisborne and Pumas Yellow.
Kyle Rowe was driving Bim's
Kyle
car.
Rowe in that car, right. Then we've got Keegan Orr in the 935. Whoa, thumped him into the mid-gate. The 172 car is next. Ethan Bruce, the 71G. Then we go 667, Hamish McLeod. Oh, up the wall. Is he going to go over? I think he is. No. He's back on his wheels. Oh, he's over. Here we are on the greens. We're racing. First into the corner, the 31. Sam Parker for Wellington going sideways. 99 put him into the wall. Caitlin Mooney just making sure he doesn't come and do any harm. Caitlin Mooney used to slow down to do a bit of blocking. Oh, put him the wall hard.
Oh.
31 overcooked it. Spun out, got the way of his teammate. Look at that, complete clear run for that 99V. Gonna take it. 99V, Cody Lockett.
Well done.
What a big night tonight. We've got something like 8 teams in the Stockcar Teams Invasion. Grab your hot dog, buckle up, let's go racing.